From the depths of internet, we come to you. Bad news, good news, dead horse beating news. Even no news will stop us. We'll make news. Even if it is in dumpster fire. We bring you integrity, except when it's EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Star Citizen, practically all of them. Movies, shows, and other industry bullshit. This totally is not a waste of time, but it sure is. Space Waste News!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Space Waste News for September 25th, 2021. And we are in the middle of an argument about exactly how stupid people can actually be in America versus Latvia. And I gotta tell you, the concept of watching this clip that I'm going to insist that he puts up on the screen, even though he said he wasn't going to do it, I think it just personifies exactly how fucking awful things are here right now. And are you gonna do it? Are you gonna put it up there?
Fine.
Yes.
Let's see the internet trash from America's. Boy, oh boy. Do I love showcasing garbage internet videos? Yep. Thanks, Pilot. I appreciate you just providing amazing content that is just internet trash that now we're basically peddling as the start of our show.
Just watch this. Just watch this.
From now on,
so the dog takes a shit. She picks it up, throws it away with using her mask.
Yeah. Good,
and then
good
puts
job.
it back on.
Yep. I've seen worse.
Awesome.
And that is Pilot's best foot forward today, and I think it should be from now on a almost mandatory thing that we basically never play anything that Pilot puts on the show as a request.
We could take a vote.
Yeah. Sure.
We could take a vote after the show or during the show. I don't really care.
Ladies and gents. Something I definitely.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
You were telling me what was that about drunk Latvians and doing
we have plenty of that. In fact, if you want to see some fun stuff from Latvia, go to a website called millions.com. It's spelled in non-English way, but whatever. Or what was it? Million ways, right? Latvia is the best country in the world. Literally, that's the site. Or .com.
Are you not going to show this? Are you not going to show this to us?
What? You mean it's an old site? Fine, I can.
I mean, I feel like you're just kind of running your mouth there if we got no evidence.
Fine, you little fucking prick. All right. Millions.com. All right. So these are old pictures, 2008 old. Okay, and the site hasn't been upkept almost at all, but that's Latvia sometimes. There are plenty of text and nonsense like this, like that. What
am I looking at?
Yep, there we go. Couple of pictures of just people living in the moment.
Okay. Hold on. First of all, I would have never guessed that's how you spell the website just by your pronunciation.
Yes. So you see, in
this
other places in the world, J is pronounced just like Y. In fact, the letter Y in of itself is just fun. Okay, so you go on any sort of thesaurus, okay? You go look up any word, and the spelling or the pronunciation spelling of it, the phonetical pronunciation, often uses J as what you would, use the Y pronunciation.
So it's a jawbone?
Wait, what?
No, it's a jawbone.
Yes,
the lower half of your
yes,
skull.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
That makes no sense. By the way, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing anything in here particularly that matches up with the stupidity that is flagrant.
There are plenty of mildly interesting pictures from time to time. Yeah, it's in sight of just randomly submitted nonsense. Think of 9gag, but Latvia based.
Okay, Jamix.
Yep, that's I get it.
I'm calling you Jamix for the rest of the day.
Good on you, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah, I blame the British.
I'm sorry.
Again.
That's perfectly fair. But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I don't know if that's true. Someone said Yamix is Exegius dead. Possibly. Yeah, it's in the chat.
What?
Anyway.
No. No. First of all, we're not pronouncing anyone fucking dead, okay?
Yeah, I don't think we could do that. I'm pretty.
The best
we
could do is missing in action, but Jesus, no.
He got sucked into a wormhole. He'll be fine. He'll come back in a couple months.
He's very condensed.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God. Second, I can't believe you're on the side of this argument that American stupidity is so prolific that you think that your Latvian stuff even is comparable.
Well, we are a smaller country. Understand, we are a smaller country, so the stupidity is relatively, I suppose, equal, but in a smaller sort of
you mean proportionately?
Yeah, well, proportional size, yes. So, it's easier to just... Well, you have this thing called New Jersey, right? That should pretty much tell you all you need to know.
I'm so confused. At some point, it seems like you're saying you're going your typical route that Americans be dumb, ha ha ha, blah 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 blah, and at the same time, you're trying to say that Latvia is just as dumb.
Oh, we have our share of stupids. Okay, we have plenty of that. Don't worry.
All right. Whatever. Let's move on.
Yeah. All right. Fine. Moving on. Right. So, what do we got for the news? Actual fucking news.
Let's go. Let's open up with the one that we were talking about earlier this week that you wanted to save for this show.
Oh God!
Let's talk about Star Wars Visions.
Oh gods, right. So for this one, I actually need to start preparing fucking visuals so people understand what we're talking about. But my plan was to basically go over each episode of the 9 episodes within the Star Wars anthology called Visions. It's very akin to another anthology that was far more popular and far more better by the... No, Animatrix, not exactly. Though it is similar. No, it was... Love, Death, Robots.
Oh, I love Death Robots.
Exactly. And that's what Visions felt like. A wannabe's attempt at that. Exactly. After seeing the massive positive response on the first season and now in the second one as well. So that's basically what I feel Disney did. Just saw, hey, these animation studios decided to do this funky little project and people really like it. Herp derp, we have Star Wars. Let's go. I'm surprised they don't do it with Marvel.
I don't think that's what it's supposed to be. I think it's more akin to or artistically towards things that like Adventure Time did when they had guest animators, or what Matrix did with Animatrix. It's just an extension that's been of little tiny shorts that inspired other creators who took the IP and made something interesting in, their vision of it. That's why it's called Visions. I think it's worth noting that the way you and I started talking about this is that you sent me the trailer for it, and what do you think about this dog shit? I was like, oh well. Okay.
I didn't say it was dog shit. I just sent, what did you think about it? Because that's how I usually approach these things, rather, neutrally, to see what the person thinks, and I have my response as well. Because often it is rather extreme on one or the other end, usually on one. But oh well. All right. Anyways.
Well, anyway, I gave you the answer that possibly that you had, I'm not entirely sure, is that I'm not really huge Star Wars person, and I'm not really a
Me
huge anime
neither.
person.
Me neither.
So
However, this is my
this
wheelhouse.
particular
Animation in
yeah.
general.
So this particular convergence of anime and Star Wars is not up my alley at all. But I was still gonna watch it because the editing for that trailer looked fucking amazing, and I thought it was
hated
great.
the editing,
Well,
but anyways, yeah.
I thought it was excellent. It really was. But and look, I mean, just because I'm not an anime person doesn't mean I can't, appreciate style and art.
Unlike you or some other folks out there, I don't sort them by the word anime or not. It's all animation, whether or not it is 3D or 2D.
Okay, fine. Animation, fine. I like animation. I generally don't like what the animation that typically gets called anime. Okay.
All right.
Make you feel better because it's
sure.
all that
pat on your own back.
No, for fuck's sake. Look, I'm sorry. Is there a difference between RPGs and JRPGs?
Usually JRPGs are they are called that way mostly obviously because of the region they are coming from, but they themselves have sort of distinguished the whole take on the RPG genre with excessive amounts of grind and other problematic things. So it kind of has become a subgenre because of its actual function and so on and so forth. But
right. So yes,
anime,
there is a difference.
Yeah, it's still an MMORPG regardless. I'll call it an MMORPG, and if you need a further explanation, I'll just maybe use that.
I don't, but it's fine. Look, the point is that there is a definable difference between a typical Western RPG and a JRPG. And to pretend that there isn't and that it's all under the same umbrella is kind of disingenuous. So I will say that there's a difference between typical Western animation, like let's say Futurama.
There is absolutely a difference, indeed. But
yeah,
I'm
not a big fan.
Problem is that often people tend to demean Eastern animation because hey, they didn't have as much time actually working and developing within their own industry, within their circles, what Disney did for Western side of things. So techniques and
look, I want to get back on point.
Yeah.
So the point being is that typically, because we've gone off on a deviant of a tangent. Listen, I typically don't like anime for a variety of reasons. It doesn't matter. I did watch this anyway. I watched all 9 episodes?
It was 9 episodes. Yes.
I think about 3 of them were really good.
Well, let's just go one by one, because that was my original intent, to just go one by one, and let's see what we can get going. Right. So let's start with the first episode made. Basically the pictures and so on and so forth. I'll just put them on the screen so folks know more or less the visual look of each. So here we go. Oh, God damn it. Let me just get the picture. God damn it. Fucking piece of crap. There we go. Right. So basically the animation, obviously it's going to be a still, but it is to support the visual representation of what we're going to be talking about. Now, information-wise, the first episode basically goes as a wandering Ronin sort of a story from Japanese culture being adapted.
This is original, yeah.
Yeah, it's literally just copy paste adapted with all the hallmarks of that narrative of a wanderer in a new town, and just defeating.
It's the wandering samurai story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's made by Kamikaze Doga, right? Animation studio that is more known for making the intros for the first couple of JoJo series and a few other series relating to 3D animation being integrated within 2D animation. Here's an interesting thing about the anime side of things, if you will, about the 3D animation integration within 2D sort of a thing. It's always been quite bad. It doesn't matter really who makes it, Western or Eastern, whatever. 3D adapt or 3D integration has very rarely been done well, especially the original. Personally speaking, my biggest bugbear when it comes to such stories was Knights of Sidonia. Just absolutely hated that series. But regardless, the point is that oftentimes this 3D attempt to put it in a 2D world, it looks funky, the frame rates are off, and so on and so forth. There are so many countless issues. The story-wise, this was stupid. A fucking umbrella cyber. Just, hold on, let me find that stupid fucking picture. Overall, the story is a Star Wars being adapted for that story. That's it.
Are we doing this for like every episode? Because I don't think we have that kind of time.
I'll try to go in because I do want to just talk about this, the studios as well, because they deserve a little bit of recognition if this is anthology after all.
I'll tell you this way, then I don't have that kind of patience to talk about every episode in great detail. Actually, I enjoyed the duel. I thought it was yeah, it's not particularly original. But I did like the slight twist that, he was a Sith too. Well, it's not really a Sith. He was just a dark side user. It's technically a different thing. But he was a dark side user too. He defeats the bad guys. I like the way he killed her at the end. That was clever with the statue.
Yeah, it was pretty neat, yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, the choreography wasn't bad. What I found incredibly stupid was that stupid umbrella. Like, what are they doing? And this is going to be a persisting issue with the whole anthology. They're just putting in some bullshit about the Star Wars, and is this even canon?
Yeah. No, it's not. And by the way, you can very much tell that just looking at some of the choices that they've made, that a lot of these guys, may be inspired by Star Wars, but they kind of don't really understand how it works.
The first one was especially,
and that's
because
fine.
It's literally just retooling of that same old, wandering your own and tale or trope, if you will. So yeah, that's that. It's just the first episode. Oh my fucking god! The stupidity sometimes just boggles them.
All right,
However,
we got to pick up the pace here.
Right. The next episode. Let's see. The second episode.
Tatooine Rhapsody.
Right. This was actually surprisingly good. It is made.
Hated it.
Okay.
Hated it. Thought it was dumb as hell.
Colorido, I guess. Yeah.
How do you not have this written down?
Studio Colorido. There we go. Give me a moment. It's fine. So basically, the studio that made this one was essentially responsible for, well, not that much work. But let me just get through. Right.
Everybody loved this fucking episode, and I cannot understand why. It's everyone's chibi. It's about a band.
Right.
Who the fuck cares?
So the animation studio in general has been working more on films, if you will, animated films. So the style is more akin to, a typical film, if you will. The character design, however, it does feel like the characters are shrunk down so that they look, kid-like and cuter. But oh god, yeah. What can I say? It's the idea ain't bad. At least it didn't just decide, hey, we're gonna put fucking lightsabers left and right. And actually, they refrained from that, which was the surprise for me. But other than that,
the twist at the end where he does what he does with the thing with the saber, I was I wanted to fucking vomit. That's
what that sounded like. So basically, what the kid does essentially with his lightsaber stops working.
No spoilers.
All right.
Don't ruin it.
It felt like literally what they did with the lightsaber was make it into one of those garbage toys you can buy in Walmart or something.
Yeah.
That's
fair.
And
everyone loves this one though.
And I appreciate
everyone loves Tatooine Rhapsody. I thought it was one of the worst of the bunch. So, whatever.
It was more of a nothing burger. The song, obviously they're musicians, right? And the song that they put it in, it was cringe.
All right.
Oh,
Episode
God.
3, The Twins.
Oh, the studio trigger, right? So episode 3, sorry. The studio trigger responsible, and clearly you can tell from the style if you watched a lot of animation, was from Kill la Kill and few other ones. Surprisingly, they do have actually 2 episodes. They are responsible for 2 episodes in this whole anthology. So that's interesting to see 2 different styles. However, the first one they went with was obviously just redoing Kill la Kill style, not to the extent that Kill la Kill went, but boy oh boy, this was trash. Like this was so bad. At sometimes I thought that it almost tried to transcend into good, but it remained bad. So
I like the over to the topness of it. At least they went full fucking hog.
Studio Trigger, yep, absolutely. They if you want to see more of just over the top action, watch Kill la Kill. That's actually their first production on animated TV series. Yeah, and before that they actually worked on Little Witch Academy. Oh, damn!
No.
That's a good one.
We're already at 10:20. I'm not going to spend an entire hour on this.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I'm going to jump over to episode 5, The Ninth Jedi, and say that one was my favorite. I liked episode 8, La Pinocho, and The Elder was pretty good. That was episode 7. Everything else I thought was fucking garbage.
All right,
Village
well,
Bride.
I'll try to go in the fast pace as well, but you continue.
Village Bride, T0B1 was dumb as hell. And Akakiri, ugh, I couldn't even make it all the way through. I just... bored out of my mind. So 3 of these were like really okay.
The Village Bride, like, number 4, yeah.
Yeah.
What
the fuck was that?
Right. Okay. So episode 4, Kinema Citrus Studio. They are responsible before this about quite a bit of rather interesting TV shows or series rather, and a few films. Let's see, the notable ones were Rising of the Shield Hero, Made in Abyss was the biggest surprise. So I would say they are most known for Made in Abyss, which is a fantastic series as well as a film. Well, a couple of films as a matter of fact, but they are a compilation. Regardless, the point is, the studio that made incredibly well-storied series in general have all been making this stuff, which is rather surprising, and then again not so much, because the style is quite a bit different from their usual work. So they're taking more artistic thing. However, they did take notes from, again, Made in Abyss and a few other of their properties to create the Village Bride, which is a slow as fuck pace. However, when shit starts getting good, it pays off. And that's the beauty of their storytelling prowess in some way.
She made the stereotypical, leap swipe, cross swords.
Yeah, I know.
And he's dead.
Know. But that's the thing.
Yay.
It's reserved. The story goes into about the characters, the people, not the fucking lightsabers like the last
It's also fucking stupid because she uses a fucking techno boost on her shoe to go that fast. And Jedi don't do that. That's why they don't wear armor. That's why they don't use technology. It impedes their use of the Force.
Maybe it was just to unlock her shoes to be able to do the what is it? The
fucking dumb.
Phantom Menace fast run.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah, some of these moves and some of these action scenes are just questionable. However, I still appreciate the idea of just a slow story-paced and story pacing and telling, if you will, from the studio. With the animation-wise, actually, it was worse than I'd say most of their usual stuff. But regardless, that's the whole thing. Anyways, moving on. Right, moving on. Episode 5. Let's see. That was
Ninth Jedi.
The Ninth Jedi. Right. Originally, the story was that this episode was supposed to be 2 episodes, which is why there aren't 10 overall. So basically, it was condensed as one whole big thing. This one introduces some really stupid things about lightsabers, like...
I kind of like that it changes depending on who's holding it.
Yes, it it'd be fucking cool if that would be established originally in, original run of Star Wars. That would have meant far more about the lightsabers as to why they use them. But unfortunately it doesn't, and I honestly kind of wish that they had. So yeah, overall, if this was canon, it'd be great. But yeah. Anyways,
come on, the twist at the end though, that was badass. Where everyone fires it, and you're like, oh shit. All right. I thought that, yeah. And the bad guy looks, the guy who looks like the bad guy, Oh, okay, whatever.
Right.
Anyway,
it was made by Production IG, and can you particularly guess on Sci-Fi End what this studio was responsible for?
I don't
Sci-Fi wise. No? Okay. Well, if you don't care, well, fuck you too then. They were responsible for making Ghost in a Shell. They made Ghost in a Shell, everything about it that is, animation wise at least. Let's see. There were a couple of other little, series and stories on TV that they managed to put out. Actually, their list of accolades are actually the longest, I think, of all of them. They are responsible for Haikyuu. Let's see. There are a few.
You do realize that we have a list of topics, yes?
Yeah, sure, I know. But hey, this happened. Psychopaths and whatnot else. So basically, they are a very well-accomplished studio. So, yeah, their visuals also represented quite well, and the storytelling too. So that's props for them. Now, moving on then to the episode 6. Hold on, we're almost fucking done. Right. I don't want to talk about this one.
It was bad. It was dumb.
I fucking hate this. I really do. Okay, Science Saru is responsible for this thing. And what I constantly thought while watching episode 6 was, this is just Mega Man. Oh god, it's just Mega. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's Astro Boy, actually.
Astro Boy. Well, sorry. Well, anyways, Science Saru essentially is relatively. Actually, no, they're not responsible for Astro Boys. They are
what I'm saying is that
Mega
Man is based off is loosely based off of Astro Boy, which came first. That's
all right, fair enough.
Whatever.
It was just my first on gaming side. So yeah, but however, interesting side note about this studio is that they're responsible for Devilman Crybaby. So that's a very weird departure from their kiddie-like animation. So, yeah, but hey, there you go. And I hated this story. Anyways, carrying on, the next one is The Elder. Oh, boys. And that is Studio Trigger again. So, the same ones that make Kill la Kill actually made a surprisingly good fight scene. Very, very relaxed. Well, not relaxed, but rather... restrained. So
taste. Yeah,
there we go. Yeah, it was really wonderful sort of a conjoinment of Japanese culture with the Star Wars universe. So yeah, it was really
the only issue I had with it was the liberty they took with the Elder's lightsaber, how they look like katanas. Other than that, I didn't really give a shit. I thought it was actually very well done. The voice actor for the main guy, or the teacher guy,
yes,
very, very well done. He did that drone.
That was actually surprisingly decent. That sort of outstanding little bit. So yeah, quite nice overall. And let's see, the next
episode 8 is Lop and Ocho.
Oh, the furry episode. Oh boy. Okay, so
I thought it was okay.
All right then. Right. So the studio that made this one was Studio Geno. Their accolades actually are the smallest of number of all of them. Yet, animation-wise, backgrounds as well as the foreground and of course the character detail was surprisingly well done. So yeah, they're responsible basically for Golden Kamuy. which is a series, currently 3 seasons, and quite well done as well, on the story-wise as well as the animation. Actually, when I looked through both Golden Kamuy as well as this episode in general, their backgrounds are incredibly well done. The detail and as well as the integration with the characters just quite nice. It does rival
you know
some
what
of the
got
bigger
it?
stations. Yes?
You know what did it for me? It's not so much. I don't give a shit about studios or what they did before or anything like that. What did it for me is that it was a mediocre episode overall. But at the very end, and this is spoilers.
But furry love. Don't you like furry love?
No. Hold on. Spoilers. Mute for about 10 seconds if you don't want to hear it. At the very end, the dad's dead. The sister's evil, and she's fucked off to space. And she's still holding the thing, and she goes, yep, we're going to be one big family. We're going to be one big family. We're going to be a family again. And she's completely cracked, even though like her family is destroyed. I thought that was, a decent, mature choice that they made there. That, she might be the light side, but she cracked. And I think that's that was actually okay.
Well, yeah, honestly, not too bad. The story pacing was actually, now that I think back on everything that happened within it, was so well delivered that I didn't feel like it was, less than 20 minutes, as you tell a far, what it felt, bigger story within that short span of time.
Yeah, it was good pacing.
So yeah, absolutely props. Might be one of the best, no, I'd say... Yeah, second best one, I'd say, of the whole lot. Ninth Jedi being the better one. And the last one is, oh, fuck me, boy. Right. Yeah, let me...
This was bad. It was bad. Oh, no, he goes bad to go and save her. Original.
I guess there's no better. Yeah, there we go. This is one, and this is made by Studio Saru as well. The same ones that made that kiddie piece of crap. While I do appreciate the kiddie piece of crap, combined with the more down to realism, questionable, I guess, of Star Wars, right? It didn't work well as. However, in comparison, though, this one, the last episode there was, more, realistic and so on and so forth, not with the whole cartoonized, if you will, action and whatnot else, of course. There was plenty of it, but yeah.
Unwatchable.
The story was boring, characters boring, the animation and the backgrounds, everything's just quite bland. However, they, as a studio, showed that they can... do mediocrity, so yeah, sorry, but no. This
so happy we did it this way and we ended on a high note.
I agree with that, but that's their anthology. Hey.
Okay, listen, I'm going to completely steal this now because we've burned half an hour on a series that neither of us particularly enjoyed.
I enjoyed the animation aspect of it, but Star Wars...
3 out of 9 is not a passing grade. 3 out of 9 is not a passing grade.
I would say even less, but yeah, all right then.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, I want to talk about Foundations. Do you know what Foundations is?
Nope, nothing at all.
Okay. I've explained this to you, actually. We've done this on stream. Foundations... Foundations is Isaac Asimov's critical... pivotal series of books that actually, no joke, lay the foundation, quote unquote, of modern sci-fi and everything that's come from it, from like Stargate to Star Wars to Star Trek to everything. Every single show basically borrows elements from Foundations because he was so fucking ahead of his time when he wrote it. It's amazing. It's also incredibly stilted and kind of hard to read, and it takes kind of a galaxy brain to actually like wrap your head around it. But it is important. It is a foundational work, and it has been tried to be adapted into a TV movie or a regular movie or a TV series for fucking decades, and it is literally unfilmable. Every single person who has tried has turned around. This is unfilmable because it takes place over the course of 500 years, and all the main characters shift, after each book, and it's incredible. And Apple has finally made Foundations, and they've been pumping it up for a while now. And from all the trailers and all the imagery, it looks visually stunning, and it is visually fucking amazing and well worth it just to watch just because of it. And everything else can go right in the garbage because it's rushed and completely disappointing. Every single fucking scene feels like it's being speed read to me at a script review. It's edited down to the fucking bone. Everything is rushed. Nothing gets a chance to fucking breathe, and it's killing me. I'm 2 episodes into this, and I'm dying. I want to just take a moment to take in this incredibly vast world, and I get up maybe 3 seconds and a quip of a line that if I wasn't really paying attention to, it's going to screw me. And by the way, you can't use that kind of rapid fire conversation topic or conversation tactic if half the words you're using are fucking made up.
Have you perchance seen the last of the Star Wars movies?
Fortunately.
Yeah, well, it kind of is like that, doesn't it?
No.
It's worse? Oh, gods.
Okay, hold on. Think of a slow movie that you like. A slow burn movie that's interesting.
All right, let's say I imagine it. I'm still thinking, but yeah, go.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's look at Interstellar. Okay?
Okay, yeah, sure, why not?
Or let's take Interstellar and then cut 40 minutes off of it for just by editing down every scene where everyone looked at each other and just cut it right there. So basically you said your line, then the next line fires, then the next line fires, then the next line fires, and then all of a sudden it's on to the next scene.
Okay.
That's exactly what's happened. I mean, it's still watchable, but it's not ideal. You don't have any moment to digest what's happening, what people are saying, or where we are, or what we're looking at. It's just
now you kind of interest me because I kind of want to watch it. Yep, gotta do it.
You know what? I still recommend you watch it anyway. It is an important show, and it's a story that finally gets to be told to a whole fucking generation of people who would never have been exposed to it otherwise. Absolutely go for it, etc., etc., etc. But I wish it was better. I wish they'd given it time to breathe.
All right then.
Whatever. That's me.
Well, fair enough. Right. So, I suppose we should get into the topic of Elite Dangerous. Otherwise, hey, people who come here for Elite Dangerous stuff, are wondering what the fuck for 40 minutes. We've been talking about bullshit that is Star Wars and Star Wars like shit. Right. Anyways. Right. So, Elite Dangerous in this particular week did release update number 7, and in my preliminary testing, I discovered that essentially the performance-wise, it has not changed, literally. Tested it a couple of times, so on the render side of things, really nothing much has changed. However, what did change was, the bookmark amount was increased to 200 units. Aha! And module storage to also 200 units. Aha! And the funny thing is that while those are good things and all that wonderful stuff, the problem is that it's only 200. And as any explorer might tell you, it's far too little. Now, however, fine. If they want to increase the number, that's fine and dandy. However, it shouldn't be this low, but fine. Positive is positive. Let's put it at that. The interesting side note came, and I saw Minnie somewhere in the chats a little while back. He was one of the people that reported some interesting, nifty things about engineering that changed alongside of this update, particularly. See, on YouTubes and Reddits and so on and so forth, you can see a couple of people just basically using plasma accelerators to just one-hit kill literally any ship out there. As a matter of fact, I think there is a video that states 9 to the power of, I think it was 8 oh wait, 10 or was it 18? Regardless, damage per second. 9th to the power of 10. Yes! That amount of damage was sort of displayed on some people's cockpits and so on and so forth. Of course, it is fixed now. And there was also, let's see, there was, oh yeah, right, also UI was borked, so for those that use carriers could enjoy a little bit of that. Not always, but you know, as bugs go, they are more frequent when you have more people around and so on and so forth. But yeah, regardless, anyways, the another thing that was weird about this update was that I personally noticed quite a bit more stuttering, notably more stuttering when things got started loading in. For example, on planets, well, specifically for the settlements. When you just, you know, arrive at the settlement, of course, NPCs and all the other things start spawning in. And particularly, I went with, right, 9.2 at the power of 10. Ah, gotcha, not power of 8. Fair enough, thank you, Reaper, I really appreciate it for clarifying that. But yeah, basically, when I approached a combat zone on the planet surface, you know, that stuff, to, you know, see what they did with those turrets. After all, this was the update where they introduced the fucking thing. Yeah, the turrets are quite powerful, but they are not as powerful as fully enabled outpost turrets, which have phasing sequence and all that nonsense. But regardless, the point is, now as units get spawned in, you know, all the combatants and all the ships for the combat zone, you get quite a lot more stuttering than you did before. And either it is because something has changed within that spawning mechanic, or I don't know, hard to say whether or not it is just an optimization attempt, but it kind of fucked it. Regardless, quite a bit of people, not yours truly, have experienced actually lower frame rates when playing in open. At least that's what I did. While the tutorial, which I usually test for the actual performance changes so that it can be repeatable, the open play, which is more real world experience. Of course, this is just anecdotal experience, but yeah, the stutters were kind of a hint that something was worse than before. And yeah, I would need to test it more, but it does feel like it's worse. So, update 7, ladies and gentlemen. However, for update 8, apparently they will be implementing finally something that will, you know, bring the performance more in line with Horizon's version. But we'll see how much will that be, because right now you're getting approximately 45%. No, wait, about 55% of the performance of Horizons on planet surfaces on outposts, as you do in Horizons in Odyssey. So, yeah, it still has a long way to go. Oh, and in space, it's about 35% less, or that is 65% of Horizon's performance you get in Odyssey's normal space. So yeah, they have quite a... Yes.
That might make the game the most fun it's actually been in a long time, being able to like one-shot anything.
Yeah, imagine
sounds like a lot of fun.
People have been enjoying ganking quite a bit. Also, yeah, right. I personally experienced a wonderful bug for interdiction. Now, you remember those lines, those bars, when you get interdicted, you see how much you're winning and how much you're losing. I assume you remember those things. Well,
sorry, yes, I
remember. Right, fair enough. Right, so imagine them disappearing. And that's what basically happened with update 7. I'm gonna leave that up to you to decide whether or not that's good or not. Most would say bad, but oh hey, you know, there you go. So that's basically the update 7 in a quick rapid fire 5 minutes, and let's go to the next topic. Oh yeah, they also fixed most of the things in the recent 7.01 patch, but whatever. It's just funny to see an update that they can't be asked to properly test before releasing, especially considering the update that was Odyssey. But anyways, moving on.
Actually, I'm gonna let you rant about Elite for just a little bit longer.
Really?
I gotta go. Apparently, pull my eggs off the stove. I'll be right back.
I'll then move on to the next one easily. Right. Let's talk about game leaks. I see somebody in the chats actually wanted to know about the game leaks. See, in a couple of days, or rather a couple of days ago, somebody, reverse engineering hobbyist, wonderful person there. Give me a moment, I'll find his name properly so he can be credited. Digging through. There we go. Igor, there we go. Igor July. Hopefully I got that right, but regardless, let me just put it on screen real quick. Yep, there we go. That's the thing. I'm gonna post the link in chats, but that's not particularly the interesting part. It's a Reddit post that was actually interesting. But regardless, he basically explains how he goes through, reverse engineering or enjoying just screwing around with technology and so on and so forth, and searching for data, if you will. And he discovered something interesting within GeForce's GeForce Now. Those that don't know, GeForce Now is essentially a streaming. Hold on, it was streaming service? No, that was GeForce Shield. Oh gods, what was the GeForce Now? Ah, fuck me.
What are we talking about?
Remind me, what was GeForce Now?
GeForce or GeForce or
GeForce? GeForce Now. Nvidia's GeForce Now. Cloud gaming service. Thank you, cloud gaming service. Okay. Fucking Jesus, what's just trying to remember all the fucking names and all that stuff. Right. Within GeForce Now, after data dumping quite a bit of information, he discovered some rather interesting names and titles and so on and so forth. So, let's go to the Reddit post where all the leaked game names are, shall we? So, there we go. I'll paste the thing, and there are some confirmed ones already. Now, there's an update to this story as well from NVIDIA coming in as well later down here. Right, so basically, NVIDIA confirms this leaked GeForce Now list is real, but claims games are speculative. There we go. So, let's go through the games that are confirmed first and foremost, so we can expect them potentially, for give or take in the future. This was posted a few days back, as a matter of fact, 12 days. So, technically last week, but regardless, hey, it's fun times. Right, so Outcast 2 is confirmed. ArcRaiser remake by Square Enix confirmed. Destroy All Humans remake confirmed. Brothers in Arms by Gearbox confirmed. Yes.
I remember playing ActRaiser when I was very young.
Yeah, oops. There you go. Those are confirmed ones. However, there are some rather interesting additional games that have been mentioned. So, God of War for Steam apparently is still unconfirmed, but listed within one of those things. Then the Ghost of Tsushima Demon's Souls is the one that I'm personally looking forward to the most. And Returnal, okay, fair enough. No mention of Spider-Man or Bloodborne, which, god damn it, we need Bloodborne.
Human Fall Flat 2.
There we go. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas remasters apparently leaked. BioShock 2022. Then we have Fight for the Middle Earth. Who cares? Project Meteor, and there are plenty of games under the name Project something, because game companies can't be bothered to be original. Anyways, Half-Life 2 Remaster is the one that I'm personally looking forward. I was surprised to see Titan Quest 2. A friend gifted me Titan Quest 1, and it's a MMORPG basically, and a very, very average one at that. However, the second part, hey, I'm, I guess, happy that the developers get to make the second one, I guess, but question is whether or not
a lot of ZeniMax Online games.
Oh yeah, there are plenty of them. So Payday 3, Metro Next, Project FPS by Hairbrain. There we go. Schemes are under Paradox Interactive. Yeah, that's the interesting thing, because Paradox, Paradox is still working on what was it? Vampire the Masquerade. The next Bloodlines thingamajig, but it was delayed for quite a while, so I'm wondering whether or not that's the one.
That was Paradox?
Paradox Interactive is publishing it. not developing it.
Okay.
The developers completely changed. That's the funniest thing. Right, so
Ooh,
Human Fall
you
Flat
scared
2.
me there.
Yeah, I know. So sorry. Anyways, Hangar 13, Talos Principle 2. If you haven't played Talos Principle in general, it's a really cool game. It's a puzzle game, basically, akin to Portal, but without the portals, essentially, with unique features and so on and so forth. It has a rather interesting story, I'd say. So yeah, there you go. If you're a computer nerd or programming nerd, you're gonna enjoy it definitely a lot. Right, so Untitled game by Respawn Entertainment. So there you go. Kingdom Hearts, another one. Then there's Sniper Elite 5, which is interesting because boy oh boy, they've been re-releasing every single one of them up until this point. Monster Hunter 6, Helldivers 2, Street Fighter 6, City Skylines 2. Let's see what else we got. As Dusk Falls and As Dusk Falls Season 2. Okay. Tomb Raider nonsense. Stalker for Android, which is... I haven't heard anything positive about that. Anyways, Gears 6, Hitman Pro, Project Nonsense, who cares? ADA, at least that's a code name. Right, Worms next. I'm rather surprised that Ubisoft still is willing to do something with Worms. Maybe it is some sort of remaster, but there are a couple of games with the word next to them. And I fucking hate this unimaginative bullshit, because in this list alone, there are at least 3 fucking titles with the word next, or a title next to it. Which is just get... How hard is it to figure out something different? Anyways, Tekken 8, Destroy All Humans 3, Earth Defense Force 6, Topico next. See, there you go. The Last Borderlands by Realms, Dragon's Dogma 2, Wreckfest sequel. That one is interesting for me because I think it was Bugbear that was developing the original Flatout and then moved on to making Flaout's successor, spiritual one, that is the Wreckfest, and it's nice to see that they're working on the next one, because the game is actually pretty good, at least the first Wreckfest. As for the second one, we'll see. Alan Wake remaster, Project Iris, Project Fenway, Project Cortez, Infinity Ward, and Black Division. Crisis 4! That's the interesting one.
Is it?
Well, yeah, for me it is. Resident Evil 4 Remake. Now that one I'm actually looking forward to. Crash Team Racing, Chrono Cross Remaster, Jesus Christ, Final Fantasy 7 Remake for PC. Oh boy. Bioshock RTX Remaster, Mirror's Edge Remaster, that is RTX Remaster, Batman Arkham Knight RTX Remaster. Fuck! And there's a list of PlayStations as well. Oh god, so yeah, quite a bit of interesting game leaks, and they are, well, at least some of them are confirmed, but of course the names are, whatever. So there you go, folks. A rather interesting drop, isn't it? I do wonder which one will come out first. I'm personally more interested about Half-Life 2 Remaster and Crisis 4, as well as maybe Bioshock, but we'll see about that. So, anyways, yeah, it's a good list of some really cool games, surprisingly. So there you go. All right, that's
anyway.
Yeah, next topic.
Actually, I would like to take this moment to say this whatever this is, this show is not sponsored by ExpressVPN, because you really probably shouldn't be using ExpressVPN.
All right, before you shit down the throat of a company, explain why.
It turns out that one of their chief information officer, Daniel Garrick, previously was a hacker for hire for Dark Matter, a cybersecurity firm based in the UAE. Basically, that helped the Arab Emirates hunt down and keep track and tabs on people who might be critical of the regime. And it's entirely likely that all of ExpressVPN is, not trustworthy at this point and compromised. So that's fun. Just go ahead and remember to put a comment at the bottom of every single YouTube video that says, this video is brought to you by ExpressVPN. It really shouldn't be. What a fucking hit, dude. That's terrible. Oh. VPNs make you safe. Exactly. Oh my god.
Well, it's not the first nor the last VPN that is with a questionable employment or employer, shall we say.
Well, clearly not, but ExpressVPN is freaking like notorious, dude. Like every other YouTube video is sponsored by them. Protect
Not
your
all of them,
data,
but
blah,
yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
it's not the most sponsor-tastic VPN out there, because right now, at least Linus Tech Tips is working with, I think it was private internet access, while before that they were working with...
you might be missing the point here. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
They got a lot of advertising for a service that's basically been compromised for years.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So it's kind of a big fucking deal. Anyway.
Make your own VPN easily. No, not
it
that
really
easily,
is
but you can
easy.
make it if you really want to. Again, Linus Tech Tips does have a tutorial for it, surprisingly. Anyways, so what you got?
Well, I'm gonna hit on one of your topics. So
the only one that
Mario movie.
Mario movie. Okay, yeah. So alongside of what is it, Nintendo Direct? Actually, two of them. One was for Smash Bros. But whatever. Regardless, for Nintendo's Direct, they announced multiple fucking things, and one of them, surprisingly, was a Mario movie. And you have, well, basically, most likely, you've seen plenty of cast members being, literally publicized everywhere. So, what you got?
Why the fuck is Chris Pratt Mario? I'm starting to fucking hate Chris Pratt, man. I mean, I kind of didn't really like him for the overly religious shit anyway. But
then people liked him as he was Star-Lord, and are we returning to hating him?
Dude, I didn't... Okay, look, Parks and Recreation Chris Pratt, great. By the time he was on a Star-Lord, still loved him. Great, funny guy. And then the religious shit, and I'm like, okay, you're kind of a...
I don't follow celebrities. I'm not that shallow, but do explain.
Basically, he doesn't think gay people, are going to heaven and it's a sin and blah blah blah.
Religion's idiotic, anyways. Moving on.
Religion is idiotic, and he's a big Bible thumper. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of fucking done with Chris Pratt. Why the fuck is he Mario? That doesn't even make any sense. What the fuck is this? What? The whole cast makes no sense whatsoever.
Oh, come on. Jack Black as Bowser. He's capable of voice acting. No? Come on.
No,
he's done
I don't want
work.
this. I don't want this. And I don't know anybody who does. Why? Why would you make this?
Are
you okay with this cast?
I don't care. I literally never cared about any of Nintendo's stuff ever, because I never grew up with it. I never played it, and to this day I still don't really play any of their work at all. I barely ever touched Mario. So okay, yeah, I have absolutely no attachment.
You've raised inadvertently raised a decent point. Is that realistically, this isn't for me. It's not even for people in my age group. It's not in for anyone in my social groups. It's a Mario movie. It's meant for kids. Calm the fuck down. Fine. On the flip side,
it might be a train wreck like the last one, which basically convinced Nintendo to never do another movie again about their IP until Pikachu. That's how bad the Mario movie was back in the day. At least in eyes of Nintendo.
Okay, hold on.
Did you know that?
Hold on. I actually liked the first Mario movie. Yes, it was bad.
Me too.
But it was the good kind of bad.
It was really
I
stupid.
enjoyed the hell out of it. Yeah, exactly. It's fine. Whatever. I mean, look, it's not going to be that bad enough to be that bad, and therefore it's never going to be that kind of bad good. But why the fuck is Chris Pratt Mario, man? Makes no sense. I don't want that. I don't know anybody who does.
All right, fair enough. Then there's always the question, which of the current great big celebrities would you prefer then? Just for a potential comparison point, if you have anyone in mind.
Well, I don't know. I kind of don't want a Mario movie, if I'm honest, but Like I said, is it live action? Is it CG? What are we doing
Apparently,
here?
I'd say, let's see, I think, yeah, since they're voice acting, I think it should be...
It's CG, right?
It should be CG. Or is it
Okay,
basically
if it's
in...
CG, here's what you do. You go grab the voice actor, the current voice actor for Mario in the games, and you use him.
Yeah, people been saying that they snubbed him. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
And there we go.
Yeah, let's see another horrifying trailer like that Sonic trailer, and then end up after redoing scenes and work for umpteenth time. Something semi-decent. Who knows? You never know. But boy, oh boy, I'm looking forward to that first trailer that will... oh boy.
It's fucking gross, dude. I don't know. I don't want this. And yes, I get that I'm a man child. I understand that I'm a man child here, that I'm an adult. This isn't for me, but fuck you. I don't want this. No. No. You don't exist. This is emoji movie level fucking stupid. Well, whatever.
Right,
what are we talking about?
Well, that's oh right. There's one more topic that I got, and that's about Europe, the culture center of the world. You know, so get cultured, people, as we, at least here in Europe, will be mandating companies to deliver devices, portable devices, phones, tablets, and so on and so forth, with USB-C as well for everyone. So that basically means, as the funny thing was about Apple, that they were, complaining that, this will stifle the innovation, as they were about to put their Lightning, what was it? Damn it! It was Lightning Port 2?
Don't you mean Europe?
Thunderbolt. There we go. Thunderbolt, right. Thunderbolt Port 2 on their iPhones and whatnot else. So now they're just considering to doing
Jamix.
portless. Yes.
Jamix. It's pronounced Europe. Remember the Y and the J? It's Europe, man.
I'm not even going to dignify that. Carrying on then. Right, so USB-C. We are mandating USB-C on everything. And sure, there is some... Right, so there is some merit to Apple's claim that, this will stifle the, creativity and of course, the innovation, especially, right, about the whole nonsense. We are mandated to use this port that might charge slower, or we could find better, ways to charge devices, but we can't because that port is limited, blah, blah, blah. Sure. Problem is that there has to be some sort of fucking standardization within the goddamn industry. Otherwise, we're going to end up with a thing called web development, okay? And networking. Right. And server stuff.
Fucking response to this? Do you see Apple's response to this?
Yeah, they're literally yep.
Yeah, we can't put, USB-C to charge this phone. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, we already do it for the iPad, but, it wouldn't make sense for the phone.
Yep. No, we totally can't retool this. No. Well, too fucking bad. In Europe, you're going to be mandated, or you decide to not put a port on it and just rely on wireless Qi charge as well as data transfer, which apparently is possible. Wirelessly. Yay! I guess, through, that wireless Qi charger thingamajig. So, woohoo. But yeah, there you go. But no, I absolutely am for that USB-C, because god damn it, it's such a good port. It's the first USB that is reversible, right? And it's such a small thing too. It's wonderful. Yes, it has its, teething issues, but the thing is, the sooner we get to a reversible charger in the first place, the better. And yeah. And for a few other fucking things we also need to switch. But that's, let's start small with one thing. There you go.
Hey, before we go.
Yes.
Stranger Things 4, man. Did you see the trailer?
No, I saw it in the doc that you put the trailer. I'll go watch it later. But yay.
Absolutely should.
Yeah, no,
dude, they're going to do a haunted house this year. Come on. That's fucking awesome.
Well, all right,
I like Stranger Things.
No, I'm sorry, dude. I do too. I really did enjoy the first season, especially because that brought that really really big feeling of mystery into it. As the seasons progressed, though, well, there were glimpses of really good stuff as well. But that initial spark, that uniqueness, sort of faded. But as you learn more about the characters, yeah, it's to be expected.
Yeah, I get it. Look, it's going to slow down a little bit, but it's still worth watching. And more to the point, I still have allegiance, man. That basically that was my childhood, is D&D and bike rides throughout the freaking town.
The second edition D&D too.
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know, I got like an affinity for that kind of stuff. Plus, they're doing a haunted house, and I love that kind of. I like that they're going to take something Scooby-Doo and cheesy and turn it to something potentially very serious and good, and I like that kind of reimagining.
All right, fair enough.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right, yeah, me too. I was waiting for this season announcement, and lo and behold, here we are. Right. Well,
anyway,
holy shit, we actually managed it within our usual hour and
roughly
10 minutes or so. So yeah, surprisingly, after spending about 30 minutes talking about fucking Star Wars, we managed to blitz through literally everything else, including the goddamn game leaks. So yeah, I didn't expect that.
We could have paced that better, yeah.
Well, hey, I suppose we're just getting better at this or something. I don't know. But regardless, thank you for watching, of course.
Hey, folks, we're sexy. Give us money. Don't forget.
Well, that too, yes, I suppose. Actually, speaking of that, let's see. Do I have anyone to say big thanks to? Streamlabs shows me no one. Okay, well, I guess that'll be then that for the evening. So tune in next week, as we probably might not actually have that much of a interesting show, because usually it goes one week
way
good.
to get them hyped, man.
Oh, right. Yeah. It's 1 week good. The next one's bad, and then it goes in waves. Or maybe Frontier decides to shits itself, and basically we have a whole show about that. We'll see. As for now,
bad at this.
Well, that's about it. Guys, take care. That'll be it for this evening.
Take it easy, everyone.
Take it easy. Yes, indeed.